What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are doing well outside of this Knicks game because obviously Knicks fans, you guys are not doing well. But if you're not a Knicks fan or if you're not a Timberwolves fan, you had to enjoy this game. This was a competitive, just like physical basketball game. It really was, and I'm glad I was able to catch this game. I'm not happy with the end result. Obviously, the Knicks fold down the stretch versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, losing 112 to 110. And just like, wow, what a heartbreaking game because it was just such a tease. Such a freaking tease. Like, first half, we looked flat. Like, we really did. Just turnovers left and right, sloppy basketball. Just allowing them to score, like, off of turnovers. We were playing throughout their strengths. They like to force turnovers. They like to get out and run. They have good athletes, or they have twitchy players on that team, or they have some pretty fast players on that team. They like to get out and run. That's their identity. And we allowed that to happen in the first half. But then in the second half, we play with the heart of a lion. We play with the heart of a freaking lion. But you know what? The thing we've been struggling with in the entire first half, over 10 turnovers, 2 huge turnovers from RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett telegraphing a pass, turnover, and then turnover. Then the turnover that he lost the ball out of bounds. They reviewed, see if it was off D'Angelo Russell. It wasn't. Karl-Anthony Towns and one on the other end. RJ Barrett did not play well. I'm going to keep it real. He had some nice moments, but nice moments doesn't really mean anything. You need consistency, and I don't want to hear that he got frozen out of the offense. He has to play better, and he just didn't show up. He has to knock down his open shots. He has to knock down his free throws. But it's not just on RJ Barrett. Don't get me wrong at all. Julius Randle, I appreciate the heart he played with tonight. He played with a certain level of tenacity. That was amazing. He played with the heart of a lion. He did not give up on defense. He did not give up on the boards. He looked to attack the basket. But geez, this dude needs to knock down his free throws as well. This team, this whole ball club needs to work on their free throws. They need to work on fundamentals. What is Thibodeau teaching these guys? Because I thought Thibodeau was all about holding guys accountable, no nonsense, disciplined basketball team, fundamentals. There's been no fundamentals this year. Like, we haven't knocked out our free throws. We've been turning the ball over. There's been inconsistent ball movement. I'm not talking about in this game, but I'm talking about throughout the season. The New York Knicks just folded down the stretch, and it really sucks because we were amazing in that third quarter. But in that first half, yeah, we were turning the ball over left and right. It wasn't pretty, and the only reason it was close is because we were able to score inside in the interior, and we're able to score from mid-range territory. We struggled from the outside in that first half, but the reason the Timberwolves were up 10 at halftime is because they were scoring off of our turnovers. Like, we were playing throughout the Timberwolves' strengths, allowing them to turning the ball over. Like I said, they're a team that likes to get out and run and force turnovers, and we allowed that to happen. We really did. Kemba Walker, non-existent in that first half. You could say we're settling in that first half. RJ Barrett, just an ugly first quarter. He had like 4 turnovers in the first quarter. He airballed a 3. They had to put him on the bench. It just was ugly, but Mitchell Robinson actually had a solid game. He fouled out. Taj Gibson, foul trouble as well, or I believe he fouled out as well. Like, it really was ugly, or like he almost fouled out at the end of the basketball game. You could say the officiating was inconsistent, but that's an excuse if I'm being real. The Knicks just had to play better. They shouldn't have put themselves in that position down the stretch. They got to be more fundamental as a basketball club. But I liked how Mitchell Robinson I liked the way he was responding to Karl-Anthony Towns at the beginning of the game. Karl-Anthony Towns was knocking down his threes. He has great footwork, one of the best centers in the game. But Mitchell Robinson, he looked kind of crafty around the basket when given an opportunity, when like fighting in the inside. I was proud of the way Mitchell Robinson played. Obviously, he didn't play perfect. He has to play more discipline up against a guy of Karl-Anthony Towns. That's a part of the learning process with him. We know he's still raw as a basketball player, at least in my opinion. But yeah, the first half was not good at all, in my opinion. But then we come out in the third quarter. We go on a huge run. Kemba Walker, unbelievable. He was actually unbelievable in that second half, but he was able to get buckets. He was dribble penetrating, setting guys up, just getting the defense to collapse. RJ Barrett, good defensive play. He knocked down a 3 in the early third quarter as well. Julius Randle, he looked like a man possessed, just fighting in the inside, just drawing fouls. Fournier, he couldn't miss from beyond the arc, but that was the problem. Well, that's not a problem that he wasn't able to miss from beyond the arc. He didn't really do anything in the fourth quarter. Like, there's just a huge level of inconsistency when it comes to this Knicks club. It seems like Julius Randle, he plays like an absolute beast in the third. Just mental errors in the fourth. RJ Barrett, nice moments, turns the ball over again. missed free throws. Evan Fournier on fire from beyond the arc. He's either missing his shots in the fourth quarter or we don't find him. It seems like we can never consistently do anything right. But we had like Anthony Edwards after him getting his in that first half, Karl-Anthony Towns getting his in the first half, D'Angelo Russell knocking out a couple threes. Like we made nice adjustments. That's the thing that was painful. Anthony Edwards and RJ, they both didn't play well, and that was the big narrative, them going up against each other. You let me know down below in the comment section who played better. Karl-Anthony Towns like ended up having that huge and one obviously off of an RJ Barrett turnover. Like we made good adjustments when it came to valuing the rock, not turning the ball over, and then just telegraph passes, stupid passes at the end of the game, just missed free throws. It was just so annoying. But their bench played better. Like their bench stepped up more when it mattered most. Like Jalen Noel, he was a beast. Malik Beasley was able to score coming off the bench. McDaniels did his thing. Paul Reed did a good job positioning himself inside. And Taj Gibson and Mitch Robinson in foul trouble definitely did hurt us, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to hate on any of these players. Like Julius Randle, RJ, everyone on the Knicks played hard. We just got to play smarter and learn how to execute on a consistent basis. Just after being down 10 at halftime and then being up 8 or 9 points, like you have like, yeah, being up like 8 to 9 points in that third quarter, you have the momentum on your side. Like Kemba Walker was like, I believe it was in the fourth quarter, he couldn't miss from beyond the arc. Like at one point you thought like the Knicks maybe we're gonna put this away or we really had a lot of momentum. But Noel kept on responding with buckets on Fournier, and Fournier had open looks we couldn't execute on. Like there were several plays in this game, like we had chances to execute, we couldn't hit open threes too. Like just damn free throws, damn turnovers. Like after cleaning it up, but credit to the Timberwolves, they were the better team, and you let me know down below if that was a foul, like as well. When at the end of this basketball game, when the Timberwolves inbounded it, RJ Barrett was tipping it up, could have got the ball, he could have snagged the rock. Let me know if that was a foul or RJ just had to be stronger with the rock, or both. Because you could say D'Angelo Russell got away with something there, but then Alec Burks, like we had a chance to win the game. Plenty of time on the clock. I feel like Fournier kind of forced himself at the basket too early, kind of put us in a weird position. Burks misses the shot at the end. You could say he was kind of being it. He's trying to be a hero, but just bad late game execution. It's just very frustrating, guys. It just was. And when I feel like when the Timberwolves, they started to go on this run again, like when we're up like 8 or 9 points at one point, like Quickly came in the game. I didn't think he played that well. There was one really bad possession when he was handling the rock, and it seemed like he just ran the shot clock out for like 24 seconds. I'm not gonna just be on Quickly or hate him after one game, but we definitely have to be better and learn how to move the rock more on a consistent basis, especially when you have momentum. I believe that was in a big part of that third quarter towards the tail end. Because you could say we should have ended that third quarter on a higher note, but I just wish Mitchell Robinson wasn't in foul trouble. You could say that was a BS call. Maybe was too handsy, but it was weird. They're calling it a tight game, and then they weren't at some times. But the Timberwolves, like, they even missed free throws. Like, this was a weird game. But the Timberwolves obviously did enough. Their bench stepped up huge. Let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.